श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to all the devotees who assembled here on this auspicious occasion of Sri Balram Jayanti. Based on this shloka from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will try to discuss a few glories of Lord Balaram, the elder brother of Krishna. Kaviraj Goswami glorifies Nityananda Balaram in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 5th chapter. Shri Radha Vrindavan Bihari. But in the 6th chapter, he elaborates on Advaita Tattva. The first 4 chapters he dedicates to Chaitanya Tattva, 5th chapter to Nityananda Tattva, and 6th chapter to describe Advaita Tattva, and the 7th chapter to describe Pancha Tattva. Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. However, in the 6th chapter, which is dedicated to describe Advaita Tattva, there is a mention of glory of Balaram Tattva also. So as we all know, Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa. Who is Bhakta Rupa? Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the Lord himself, Krishna himself, who appeared in the form of a Bhakta, a devotee. So Bhakta Rupa Tattva is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Svarupakam, his immediate manifestation, immediate replica, that is Nityananda Prabhu. So Swarupa Tattva is Nityananda Prabhu. Then third is Bhaktavataram, the Lord in the form of an incarnation. Bhaktavatara Tattva is Advaitacharya. Then you have Namami Bhakta Shaktikam, Bhaktakhyam Bhakta Shaktikam. Bhaktakhyam, one who is known as a devotee, Srivas Thakur, another form of Narada Muni. Then we also have Bhakta Shakti, which is Gadadhar Pandit, another form of Srimati Radharani herself. So in these 5 tattvas, Nityananda Prabhu is Swarupa Tattva and Advaitacharya is Bhaktavatara Tattva. However, all the avatars are ultimately manifestations of the Swarupa of the Lord, Swarupa Tattva. So all the avatars of the Lord manifest from Krishna's first expansion, Balaram. So Balaram is the origin of all the avatars, and Balaram is also the origin of the mood of all the avatars. He is the original or origin of all Bhakta avatars. Therefore you see in this shloka, Bhakta Abhimana Mule Shri Balarame. Shri Balaram is the Mula, is the source of Bhakta Abhiman. Abhiman, the word Abhiman is sometimes used to indicate pride. But Abhiman can be the mood, the attitude, the conception, the emotion. So Bhakta Abhimana means the mood of being a devotee, the conception of being a devotee of the Lord. Bhakta Abhimana Mule. Mula means the root. The root of this emotion of being a servant of Krishna is Balaram. Bhakta Abhimana Mula Shri Balarame. So Balaramji is the origin of the emotion of being a servant of Krishna in any servant of Krishna, in all the servants of Krishna. The next line says, Sei Bhave Anugata Tara Amshagani. Sei Bhave, that Bhava, that Bhakta Bhava, that emotion of being a servant of Krishna can be seen in all the other amshas of the Lord. All the amshas of the Lord. Everybody is amsha. Mamaiva amsho jiva loke jiva bhutas sanatanaha. All are amshas of the Lord. As amshas we are supposed to be serving the whole. Hamsa is a part. The Lord is the whole and we are parts. So the part is supposed to serve the Lord. So the Lord has a replica form. Krishna has a replica form, that is Balaram. And all the amshas of Krishna are imbibing the mood of Balaram as a servant of Krishna and rendering service to Krishna. Right? And he is the origin of all avatars also. And all the avatars also have this mood. Bhakta Avatara. Mahavishnu had this mood. One day, once, when Krishna was living in Dwaraka, Mahavishnu wanted to take darshan of Krishna. He had stolen some little boys, newborn infant babies of a Brahmana. One by one, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, 9 boys were stolen by Mahavishnu. But this Brahmana was coming in front of the palace of Ugrasena and he is just ridiculing the king. It is because of the king's sin that I have lost my children. It is because of the sin of King Ugrasena that this kind of inauspicious thing has happened in my life. And Ugrasena was silent. And this Brahmana was criticizing even Vasudeva, Sankarshna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Means Krishna, Balaram and Krishna's son Pradyumna and Krishna's grandson Aniruddha. He is criticizing all the Chaturvyuha there. And when the 10th son was born and he also died, then Arjuna was there. He said, I will protect your son. Then this Brahmana said, Vasudeva, Sankarshna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha could not protect my son. Who are you to protect? Do you think you are better than them? Then Arjuna got a bit offended. If I can't protect your son, I will enter fire. Give me an opportunity at least. I'm a Kshatriya. One chance. Okay, chance granted. But he could not protect. When the lady, Brahmana's wife, was about to give birth to the 10th child, this Brahmana went and called Arjuna, please come and protect. But Arjuna could not protect. Then later Arjuna went to the lower planets and upper planets. He searched everywhere, he could not find. Then he was about to enter fire according to his vow. Then Krishna said, don't enter fire. I know where the kids are. I'll take you there. So Krishna and Balram pierced through the coverings of Krishna and Arjuna pierced through the coverings of the universe and went to Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu said, I only have kidnapped the boys just so that I can see you, Krishna and Arjuna. Then he returned the kids. Now, even Mahavishnu also is eager to see Krishna there. That's how Acharyas explain. And coming to the topic of Balaram, so Balaram is the Mula of so many forms. Prominently 5 forms are described in the 5th chapter of Adi Leela. So Balaramji expands himself as Mahavishnu, who is also called Karanodakasaya Vishnu, then Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, then Kshirodakasaya Vishnu, also Sankarshana, then Anantasesha. So in these 5 forms he renders various services to the Lord. Not only Balramji expansion to these 5 forms, Balaram also serves the Lord in 5 rasas. In Shantarasa, Balaramji manifests this wonderful ambience of Vrindavan that is perfectly fitting for Krishna's pleasure, Krishna's pastimes. And in Dasyarasa, Balramji even massages Krishna's feet, and Balramji also renders so many other services. He does everything to serve Krishna. He is in Dasyarasa. And Balramji is also in Sakhyarasa because he is a companion of Krishna. As a cowhead boy, he plays with Krishna, he jumps with Krishna, he steals butter along with Krishna. Like the Balramji is constantly accompanying Krishna as a friend, especially in Vrindavan. He is in Sakhyarasa also. And Balramji serves Lord Krishna even in Vatsalya Rasa because he is an elder brother of Krishna, so he has affection towards Krishna. Like parents have affection towards children, similarly elder brother also has affection towards younger brother. So that's considered Vatsalya, affection. And whenever Krishna goes alone into the forest, especially on the day when Krishna confronted with Kaliya, on the day when Brahma came and he had stolen all the boys and calves. So those days Balramji did not accompany Krishna. And when Kaliya coiled Krishna, arrested Krishna in his coils, then all the Vrajavasis experienced some inauspicious omens. And they immediately thought, Krishna must be in some danger. Whenever there are some evil omens observed by the Vrajavasis, they don't think that they will be in some trouble. They only think that Krishna must be in some trouble. That is their love for Krishna. And why Krishna is in trouble? Because Balram is not with him. Krishna went to the forest alone, of course, with other boys. But Krishna did not go to the forest along with Balramji because Balram is not there to protect Krishna, guide Krishna, control Krishna from his mischief. Therefore, Krishna must have encountered some danger, and therefore we are experiencing these kinds of inauspicious omens. So Balramji is known to be the protector of Krishna. And Yashodamata entrusts Krishna to Balram. Balram, your younger brother is your responsibility. Take care. Guide him, protect him, discipline him. And when in Damodar Leela, when Krishna is bound by Mother Yashoda, Balramji comes. When Krishna was being bound by Mother Yashoda, Balram was not there. Rohini Mata also was not there. So they both went on a special invitation to Upananda's home. Then by the time Balramji came back from Upananda's home, he found that Krishna is tied to this wooden grinding mortar. So Balramji became furious. How can somebody tie my son, my younger brother? He became so offended and said, who is that person? I am Balaram, I am Sankarshana, I am Seshanag, I am Anantadev, I am Lakshman. I can destroy the entire universe if somebody dares to offend my dear brother Krishna. Then Krishna very softly said, Yashodamata bound me. Then Balramji said, Pehle kyun nahi bataya? Why did you not tell me before only? I was boasting about myself so much. But now I understand, I can't do much. But still, let me try. He went to Mother Yashoda and said, Yashoda Mata, do you know who Krishna is? Yashoda saw like this, coolly, and said, yeah, who is Krishna? He is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is the source of all avatars. Sambhavami yuge yuge. To protect the righteous people, to punish the vicious people, and to establish dharma, Krishna descends on this planet in different forms, in different yugas. He is Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, Rama, Parashurama. He is all. He is the source of all avatars. Do you understand this? Then Yashodamata said, who are you then? Balramji said, I am Lakshman, I am Balram, I am Ananta, I am Seshanag, I am Sankarshan. Then Yashodamata said, all the incarnations in the universe have to take birth in my home only or what? They didn't find any other place? Shut up and get lost from here. If you speak a single word more than this, I am going to beat you. I will also tie you. There are many more mortars in our home. So Balramji just ran away. So far he was roaring like a lion. Later he became like a cat. Then he went to Krishna and said, Krishna, I told you not to do mischief. You can do mischief, but not when I am not there to protect you. You should be smart enough not to get caught, but you are caught. Then Krishna also started crying, Balram also started crying. And again, Balramji thought, let me make one more attempt to appease Mother Yashoda, to release Krishna. So he went to Mother Yashoda and said, Yashoda Mata, actually the punishment that you have given to Krishna for his mischief is very appropriate. Yes, mother should punish a child like this. But I think he is in such a bound condition for such a long time, so it's the time to release him. Can you release him now? It's enough punishment. Punishment should not be more than this. Punishment is good, but it's not be more than this. Then Yashoda Mata said, no. If you're busy, I will go and untie him. Is it okay? Yashoda Mata said, no. Then again, Balramji came back and cried along with Krishna. Then at that moment, Krishna saw Yamalarjuna trees and then he uprooted the Yamalarjuna trees and many other things have happened. Let's focus on Balram first. Basically, Balramji had so much of Vatsalya affection for Krishna that he cannot stay calm or peaceful when somebody is offending Krishna. Right? There are many more such incidents. We'll discuss. We have some time now. But let me complete these 5 rasas. So we saw how Balramji serves the Lord in Shanta rasa, then Dasya rasa, Sakhya rasa, Vatsalya rasa. In Madhurya rasa, Balramji expands himself as Ananga Manjari, Srimati Radharani's younger sister, and makes all arrangement for the Leelas of Radha and Krishna. That's how Balramji's service is all encompassing and he serves the Lord in various ways, in multiple ways. He is the original source of Dasa Abhimana, Bhakta Abhimana. Krishna Dasa Abhimane ye Ananda Sindhu, Koti Brahma Sukha nahe Tara Eka Bindu. In comparison to the ecstasy of being a servant of Krishna, being a devotee of Krishna, even Brahmananda multiplied by 1 crore times is insignificant. Right? So the emotion of being a servant of Krishna is originated by Balaramji in this way, and this is how Balaramji serves Krishna in various ways. As far as Balaramji's appearance is concerned, it's very mystic. Balaramji first enters into Devaki Mata's womb in her 7th pregnancy. So she has given birth to 6 children and cruel Kamsa has killed all the 6 kids. Then Balramji entered as the 7th child of Mother Devaki. From one perspective, Balramji first went into the womb of Mother Devaki to arrange for his bed, because Balram is Seshanag and Krishna is not different from Vishnu. Thus, Seshanag is the bed of Vishnu. Therefore, Balramji first entered into Mother Devaki's womb and arranged for the bed of Krishna. Then he left. Actually, Balramji is the eternal son of Rohini Mata. And out of fear of Kamsa, Vasudeva had dispatched all his wives to different directions, and Vasudeva has kept Rohini Mata, one of his wives, in the home of Nanda Maharaj. May you be safe there. May you be with your friend Yashoda there. And then I am imprisoned here. Along with Devaki, I must be in the prison cell of Kamsa. So may you be safe there. So then the Lord called Yogamaya and told, Balaramji has entered into the womb of Mother Devaki. Actually, he is the eternal son of Rohini Mata. You should shift Balram from Devaki's womb to Sankarshan, our Rohini Mata's womb in Vrindavan. And Yogamaya did it. And Vallabhacharya in his Sri Subodhini commentary also says that Krishna thought, if I allow Balram to take birth from the womb of Devaki, he will kill Kamsa. I will not have any role to play. If I allow our Sankarshan to take birth from Devaki, as soon as she gives birth to Balaram, and Kamsa comes to kill the child, he would touch the child. Generally his format is, he will just drag the infant baby by his legs, by the child's legs, and then he would smash the child on a rock. Very, very dangerous, very disgusting even to hear. But that's what he does. But as soon as Kamsa touches Balaram, Balram will immediately kill him. Right? Or by the by his attempt to kill Balram, Kamsa may die. Actually, the Lord need not kill people. Or a devotee need not kill people. When you just have the offensive thought towards the Lord, that offensive thought can cause one's death. Kapila was at Ganga Sagar doing his austerities. And Indra had stolen the sacrificial horse of Sagara Maharaj and took that horse and parked it or tied it near Kapila Muni's hermitage. Then Sagara Maharaj's 60,000 sons digged the earth and finally reached Ganga Sagar and found the horse there, near Kapila Muni's hermitage. And they thought that Kapila must have been the thief. They did not even do any analysis. Just because they found the horse next to Kapila Dev, they thought Kapila must have stolen this. And they said, here is a thief, catch him, kill him. And because of that offensive words and offensive thoughts, fire invoked from their bodies and burned them to ashes. Many people say that Kapila Dev has burnt the 60,000 sons of Sagara Maharaj to ashes, but that is not the fact. It is because of their own offensive attitude that they were burned to ashes. Kapila never burned them. Anyways, coming back to Balaramji. So Krishna thought, if I allow Balaram to take birth from Devaki, then Balram may kill Kamsa. Or Kamsa may be killed because of his attempt to kill Balaram. Therefore, I should engage Yogamaya to shift Balramji from Devaki's womb to his eternal mother's womb, Rohini Mata. And she did that. And because Balramji was attracted from Devaki's womb and brought to Rohini's womb, and also because of Balramji, Vasudev's family and Nanda Maharaj's family came together. He is called Sankarshan. Vasudev also acted as a foster father for Balramji. He also had fatherly affection towards Balramji. Even Yashoda Mata also has affection for Balaram as her own son. Sometimes Yashoda Mata gives her milk to Balram, sometimes Rohini Mata gives her milk to Krishna. Right? So these two mothers take care of two sons, Balram and Krishna, equally. Right? They are non-different in one sense. Krishna and Balram are non-different, and for them, Yashoda and Rohini are also non-different in one sense. But if you do some kind of comparison, Yashoda Mata had greater Vatsalya affection even more than Rohini Mata. Yashoda's affection, motherly affection towards Krishna and Balaram both is greater than Rohini Mata's motherly affection towards Krishna and Balaram. The proof is in one beautiful pastime. Once Krishna and Balram, as young little boys, they were just doing they were playing with their kids, with their Gopa friends. So engrossed in their play. Krida parau ati chalav. Bhagavatam says, Sukadeva Goswami says, Krida parau means they are totally attached to their games. Ati chalav, very restless. So when they were restless, when they were playing like this, Rohini Mata came and said, Krishna, Balaram, please come here. This is lunchtime for you. You have been playing since morning. That's duty. Like generally people go take breakfast and then go for their duty, job, and they take a lunch break, and then after lunch again they will work and they will have dinner, right? But here Krishna and Balram, they take breakfast, they go out for playing. Then again lunch break. Then they have to be called back for lunch. So this is the time where Krishna and Balram did not yet start tending cows. They are much younger. Initially Krishna and Balram were crawling within the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. They did not go out of Nanda Maharaj's courtyard. After they are little grown up, they started playing in the nearby homes or in the neighborhood. Then after they are little more grown up, then they started entering the forest, especially in Vrindavan. In Gokul, they did not go to the forest. So they were playing with other Gopa boys. Then Rohini Mata came and called them, and Krishna and Balram were not responding. They were not coming. Then Rohini Mata got frustrated and went and told Yashoda Mata, Yashoda, they are not listening to me. You only go and call. Then Yashoda Mata went and called, Krishna, Balaram, come. Balaram, you are the jewel of your dynasty. Come. You are supposed to discipline your younger brother also. If you come, he will follow you and he will also come. And they are not coming. They are playing. Then Yashoda Mata said, Nanda Maharaj is waiting for you. If you don't come, he will not take his meals. He will not take his lunch. Therefore, you must come. So, hearing Nanda Maharaj's name, Krishna and Balram felt like coming. But the other boys threatened Krishna and Balram, if you leave the game in the middle, tomorrow we will not allow you to play with us. Then they got little insecure. Oh, how can we lose our friends? You see, the Gopas are threatening. Then Yashoda Mata said that you Gopa boys are spoiling my children, Krishna and Balram. Means you also should go and take some prasad and take your meals. You are also playing. You allow my kids also to come and take their meals. You also go and take your meals. So in this way, Yashoda Mata inspired other kids also to go and take their meals, but it didn't work. Then Yashoda Mata stopped calling. She did not use her words anymore. She has to use her hands. So she went close to Krishna and Balram. With her one hand, she caught Balaram. With another hand, she caught Krishna and dragged the boys, bathed them, dressed them, and made them sit for meals. This is how Yashoda Mata's affection for Krishna and Balram is higher than even Rohini Mata. So Krishna and Balram are constantly playing, and they are always together. They are inseparable, especially in Vrindavan. And Balaramji, although he is equally potent like Krishna, he only acts as a supporting hero, not the main hero. As Bhagavatam says, Krishna is the main hero in all the pastimes of Vrindavan, and Balramji is just an accompanying hero, supporting hero. Dasa Abhiman. He adopted this mood of being a das. I am a servant of Krishna. Although I am non-different from Krishna, I am almost equally potent like Krishna, but still I am just a servant. So he is absorbed in that mood. Whenever Krishna allows Balaramji to subdue some demons or kill some demons, Balramji would move forward and kill those demons. But otherwise, all the demons that Krishna has killed in Vrindavan, Balramji could have killed. Forget all these demons, he could have killed Kamsa also. But he took a low profile. My master, whatever my master wants, he should do, and I should just accompany my master. So he's like a supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very supporting hero only. So this mood of Balaramji is very Samba went and kidnapped her. Now in Kshatriyas, in the case of Kshatriyas, this kind of kidnapping a bride or kidnapping a princess during her Swayamvara ceremony is common, and that's what Krishna also did with Rukmini. The first marriage of Krishna happened when Krishna kidnapped the bride. So Samba also kidnapped Lakshmana. Then all the great warriors of Kuru dynasty, they caught Samba and arrested him. And actually Samba was very powerful. He was able to counteract the weapons of all the Kurus for a while. But at one point, this Kurus, by some kind of tricks, he just captured Samba. He's one warrior, there are many warriors. And arrested him. Then Balaramji went there. Actually, this news came to Ugrasena Maharaj in Dwaraka. And there were a lot of discussions. And some people said, let us go and fight with Kuru dynasty. What do they think? How can they arrest our prince? Then Balramji said, no, they are our relatives. We should not unnecessarily fight with them. Let us not spoil our relationships. Let us have a discussion with them. I will go and negotiate with them. So he went on the He went to the outskirts of Hastinapur and sent his attendant messenger to the Kurus. And Kurus felt happy that Balramji came there. But when they heard that Balramji came here to claim Samba, then they felt offended. They said that you Yadus are ruling the kingdom because we allowed you to rule the kingdom. You don't deserve to be sitting on the throne. You don't deserve to have all this royal paraphernalia. We are allowing you to do so. We are superior as Kshatriyas than all you Yadus. So hearing this, Balaramji got offended. Balramji said, Yasyangri pankajarajam snapananna daityo. Just the dust from the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Krishna bathes even great devatas also, and they become purified by the touch of Krishna's dust. Doesn't he deserve to sit on the throne in Dwaraka? Doesn't he deserve to receive worship from anyone? So you are very proud of your power. Actually, Balramji got offended that they were criticizing Krishna, they were belittling Krishna, they were demeaning Krishna and saying that Krishna doesn't deserve to be on the royal throne or enjoying royal opulences. So Balramji got offended and he glorified Krishna and he expressed how much devotion he had for Krishna while verbally confronting with all the Kurus. Then, out of his anger, Balramji picked up his hala and said, I will drag this entire city of Hastinapur and merge it into Ganga river. So he was about to do it. So he actually was about to drag the Hastinapur city completely, full city, not just one person or few warriors or a palace, complete city. He had that power. Then experiencing these vibrations, vibrations of anger from Balramji and the ground vibrations, all these Kurus went and fell flat at the lotus feet of Balramji and took his shelter. So Balaram cannot tolerate any offense done towards Lord Krishna. That is Balramji's character. Now coming back to Vrindavan. As all of you know, Balramji killed Dhenukasura in Talavan. So one day all these Gopas, they went to Krishna and Balram and said, we are very hungry. Can you please get some tal fruits for us? Talavan is being guarded by this evil demon Dhenukasura, who is very powerful. Even birds also become afraid of flying above Talvan because Dhenukasura has its territory consciousness. This is my territory. No one can enter. Even Kaliya also had this territory consciousness. If you enter into Kaliya lake, Kaliya becomes insecure. This is my area. How can anyone come here? So sometimes even human beings also have this territory consciousness. Not sometimes. Almost all the times. Conditioned souls have this. Even sometimes sadhaka bhaktas also can have. Although they are practicing devotional service, there is this tendency, this is my territory, this is my area. No one can encroach into this. So Dhenukasura had this tendency. So Krishna said, no problem, let's go. Krishna and Balaram went to Talavan. Like a maddened elephant, Balramji went to one tala tree and then started shaking. And all the fruits started falling down. So generally, a small plant you can shake. Tala tree, it's very difficult. And you can't shake a tal tree in such a way that the tal fruits will fall down. So there is a way of, bringing them down. But Balramji's power is so much that he was shaking all the trees as if he was a maddened elephant, and all the fruits started falling down, and Dhenukasura came and kicked on the chest of Balaramji with his front two legs. And Balramji, after a very brief fight, he just caught the hind legs of Dhenukasura and then twirled him around and then threw him on the top of a tala tree. Just like Krishna killed Vatsasura. When Krishna was hardly 3 years old, a demon named Vatsasura came in the form of a calf and merged into the herd of Krishna. Then Krishna caught the hind legs of this Vatsasura and twirled him around and threw him on a kapita tree, and kapita fruits fell down. Same format. Balramji also killed Dhenukasura. He also twirled this Dhenukasura and then threw on the tree, and the tal fruits fell down, and many other colorful asses came. Colorful donkeys came, and Krishna and Balram together threw all of them on the top of tal trees, and then the tal trees started falling down. and this entire Talavan is like a great river of blood with some islands of the dead bodies of the donkeys. So, why did Krishna not kill Dhenukasura? Balramji could have killed. Balramji killed, but Krishna also could have killed, but he did not kill. He allowed Balramji to kill. And then only Balramji came forward. There are reasons. Now, actually before Balramji killed Dhenukasura, Dhenukasura and Krishna had a very huge fight. So they were fighting in the sky also. They were fighting lifting Govardhan mountain also. But still Krishna did not kill Dhenukasura. Because Dhenukasura in his past life was the son of Bali Maharaj. I think his name was, it starts with S. I forgot his name. Whoever it is. So he is the son of Bali Maharaj. And once this Bali Maharaj's son went to a place and he was enjoying with 10,000 girls. And he's making so much of noise. And Durvasa Muni was doing tapasya nearby. And Durvasa Muni got disturbed. And said, "You are braying like a donkey. May you become a donkey." Why so much noise? This is such a peaceful place where sages come and then do some tapasya here. How can you make so much noise like a donkey here, braying? So I curse you to become a donkey. He became a donkey. So this is the background of Bali Maharaj's son becoming Dhenukasura. There is another background. Vamanadev, when he went to subdue Bali Maharaj by begging charity of 3 steps of land, he occupied the entire property of Bali Maharaj and subdued to Sutala planet. At that time, Vamanadev gave a promise to Bali Maharaj, "I will never kill anyone in your dynasty." So Krishna did not kill Dhenukasura, who is actually Bali Maharaj's son, in a previous life, of course. So he allowed Balramji to kill. So Balramji took that opportunity by Krishna's will, and then he killed Dhenukasura. And Balram and Krishna together killed many other donkey friends of Dhenukasura. This Dhenukasura represents a load-carrying mentality. What is this load? Shakatasura represents load-carrying mentality of carrying bad habits, past and new bad habits. There are so many bad habits, even sadhaka bhaktas also can have. I think we don't have to mention all of them, but there are so many bad habits. It's like a load. Just like Krishna kicked the cart and killed Shakatasura, similarly we need to offer prayer to Krishna. Krishna, please kick the load of my bad habits, past and current bad habits, and protect me from these bad habits. Now Dhenukasura represents another kind of load-carrying mentality. What is this? The load of material intelligence. There is material intelligence. It's good, right? With your intelligence only, with discrimination only, you will be able to understand what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is auspicious, what is inauspicious, what is harmful, what is beneficial. So you understand. But on a material plane, you are constantly differentiating between what is good and what is bad, what gives me enjoyment, what gives me distress, what is papa, what is punya, what is auspicious, what is inauspicious. But both are on a material plane only, right? So material intelligence is required to control the material mind and to survive in the material world in one sense. But too much of material intelligence and too much of material discrimination or differentiation between right and wrong to acquire materially good and reject materially bad is like a load. We don't have to exercise our intelligence so much to understand what is right and what is wrong on a material plane. Ultimately, it is material only. So we need to spiritualize that intelligence. Sometimes being too intelligent on a material plane is also bad. Extra smart on a material plane, that is also bad. Because when the material intelligence is like too high, you start using that for some unmentionable purposes, cheating people, looting people, exploiting people, or trying to use that material discrimination and intelligence to acquire something which through illegal means, hacking someone's computer, hacking someone's bank account, All this requires a lot of intelligence, right? You need a lot of intelligence to do all these things. It may go into negative purposes also sometimes. So, we should have intelligence to survive in this material world. But when that material intelligence and material discrimination becomes too much, that becomes unnecessary distraction in spiritual life. To advance in spiritual life, we need some innocence also. We need some we need some simplicity also. We need some humility also. If we are extra smart on a material plane, we can't be smart on spiritual plane. If your intelligence is overly active materially, then it may not be active spiritually, right? You can dovetail your intelligence in spiritual activities, but at the same time, we need to maintain that mode of simplicity. So, Hanumanji is very buddhiman, very intelligent, extremely intelligent. But at the same time, Hanumanji is very simple also. He is so intelligent to understand and analyze the emotions and demeanor of Vibhishan and say that accepting Vibhishan is very beneficial to Lord Ramachandra. While the king of Vanaras, Sugriva, says that let's not accept Vibhishan. It's very harmful to us. But Hanumanji is very intelligent. He has a lot of buddhi, so he could understand, he could study the demeanor of Vibhishan and say he's very genuine in his character. He can study people. He can understand situations. But that's, at the same time, Hanumanji is also very simple-hearted. One day, Hanumanji saw Sita Devi putting sindhur and asked Sita Devi, "My dear mother, what is this sindhur on your forehead? Why are you putting this?" Then Sita Devi thought, he's a brahmachari. What will he understand about sindhur and all that? So she just said that Ram will be pleased if I put sindhur on my forehead. Then Hanumanji thought, oh, Ram will be pleased if he puts sindhur. He started applying sindhur all over his body and started moving in front of Ram. And he said, "Oh Lord, may you be pleased, may you be pleased. I have put sindhur all over my body." So he's very simple also. Simplicity is not stupidity. And similarly, intelligence does not mean one is extra smart or exploitative in one's tendencies, that one deviates from the core human virtues and values. Yes, intelligence is required, but don't engage that intelligence. Don't be over-intelligent that you lose your innocence. If you are extra intelligent, more intelligent than what you are meant to be, then that may compromise on our simplicity and we keep doubting everything. Right? Sometimes we get questions, too much analytical questions. All these are intellectual gymnastics only. Like when we are too analytical, we can't accept anything with simple faith. Right? Having simple faith is very much required. Shraddha is required. But if we are questioning everything and trying to understand everything analytically without faith, without keeping some simple faith in Acharya, in the scripture, in Krishna, then that also could become an obstacle. Too much of gnani tendencies. So Dhenukasur represents this material discrimination, material intelligence. Just as Balaramji destroyed that material intelligence, or destroyed that Dhenukasur, he will also destroy our material discrimination, which is like a burden. Some intelligence is required. We are not against intelligence, but that which distracts you from bhakti, that which destroys your simplicity and innocence and simple faith in devotional service, that is not very conducive for our spiritual advancement. So that has to be destroyed by Balaram, because he is Adiguru. He is Adiguru. He is the original spiritual master. Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhyo. Balahina. Bala is strength. Generally, Bala is understood to be physical strength. Balahina means one who is very weak, very thin or very weak physically. But this shloka from Mundaka Upanishad, which Prabhupada quotes in the 10th canto purports, Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhyo, that teaches us that if we don't have the support and grace and the blessings and empowerment from Balaramji, we cannot attain Krishna. We cannot advance in spiritual realization. Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhyo. That Balahina is one who is devoid of Balaramji's mercy, one who is devoid of Balramji's blessings. So without Balaramji's blessings, we cannot attain Krishna. We cannot advance in spiritual life. So Balaramji is Adiguru. As Adiguru, as the most merciful incarnation of the Lord, who teaches people the path of devotional service, who also exemplifies the mood of being a servant of the Lord, Krishna Dasa Abhimana or Bhakta Abhimana, Mula Balaram, he becomes the source of our spiritual strength, not just physical strength. Balramji is physically strong also, but is the source of our spiritual strength also. What Balaramji cannot approve, what Balaramji cannot endorse or support is a mode of pride in a spiritual seeker, in a sadhaka. The best episode in Bhagavatam that exemplifies this intolerance of Balaramji towards arrogance and pride in one's scholarship is Romaharshan Sutta episode. Towards the end of 10th canto, Balramji goes on a pilgrimage. He doesn't want to support either Pandavas or Kauravas. So he thought, let me just not pick up any weapon to support any of these groups. Let me go on a pilgrimage. So while he is going on pilgrimage, he found, he came to a place called Naimisharanya, where so many sages were hearing the Puranas and Itihasas and Dharmashastras from Romaharshana. He was sitting on an elevated seat and giving a big discourse, giving a big class to all the Naimisharanya sages. Then Balaramji came there. When Balram came, all the sages of Naimisharanya stood up and received Balram with so much of respect and love. But Romaharshana did not get up. Not that he has some leg pains. He did not get up out of arrogance, out of false ego. Not that he did not notice. Indrajumna Maharaj or Shamik Rishi did not notice the arrival of Parikshit Maharaj. Therefore, he did not get up. And Shiva closed his eyes and he was meditating on Lord Vasudeva. Therefore, he did not notice the arrival of Daksha. Sometimes you may not notice the arrival of some guest, some exalted personality, because you are absorbed in something. And sometimes those people get offended also. But Balramji is getting offended or getting angry when Romaharshan Sutta did not get up is on a different plane. You can't compare this episode with Agastya Rishi's cursing Indrajumna Maharaj or Parikshit Maharaj keeping dead snake around Shamik Rishi's neck or Daksha cursing Shiva. So they all became little annoyed by the disrespectful or cold reception of the hosts. But here, Romaharshana was sitting there, and when Balramji came, he, out of arrogance, out of pride, he did not get up. He did not offer obeisances to Balramji. Risher Bhagavato Bhutva Sishyo Dhitya Bahuniti Setihasa Puranani Dharmashastrani Sarvashaha. Sa Itihasa. He studied all Itihasas. Puranani. He studied all Puranas. All Dharmashastras. And who is his teacher? Directly Vyasadeva is his teacher. Just as Vyasadeva has entrusted the 4 Vedas to his 4 disciples like Vaisampayana Rishi and Paila Rishi and others, Jaimini, similarly he entrusted all the Itihasas and Puranas to Romaharshana. So Vyasadeva is his guru. When Narada Muni came to Vyasadev's hermitage, what did Vyasadeva do? He got up. He was actually despondent. Vyasadeva was despondent. After writing so many scriptures, so many literatures, he was feeling so dissatisfied. And he was contemplating, why am I dissatisfied? Why am I despondent? Although with a great compassion, with a good intent, I wrote Mahabharata, I wrote Vedas, I wrote Puranas, but still, why am I feeling very despondent? He was actually sad when Narada Muni came there. But still, as soon as he saw Narada Muni, he kept aside his sadness and he welcomed Narada Muni, offered a seat, washed his feet, and said, my dear Lord, thank you very much for coming here. Then Narada Muni asked, how come you are so sad? Then the conversation continued. So Guru is having the humility to respect an exalted personality who came to him. And his disciples, Roma Harshana's disciples, all the sages of Naimisharanya, they had the etiquette to respect Balramji. His disciples and his Guru are having etiquettes, but he did not have etiquette. Right? Roma Harshan Suta's Guru, Vyasadev, was very respectful to his Guru, Narada Muni. And his disciples, Naimisharanya sages, they were respectful to Balramji, but Roma Harshan is very proud. Right? Just because we are teaching someone, that does not mean we are more exalted than them. It's not necessary. Sometimes students can be more exalted than the teacher also. So, Roma Harshana was teaching scriptures to all of them. But all the sages of Naimisharanya had the simplicity and humility and etiquettes to respect Balramji and receive him out of affection, love, reverence. But Roma Harshan did not get up. Vritha pandita maninaha. Unnecessarily he is considering himself as a pandit. Just because he knows itihasas and puranas and dharmashastras, he is considering himself pandita. And he is like nata. Nata means an actor. An actor may just get the drama script from the script writer or the director, and then he mugs up his dialogues. Okay, what expression should I give? Humble, excited, angry. So let me just give those expressions. All fake expressions. He doesn't have the emotions. Generally, expressions are results of emotions. No emotion inside, but expression has to be there. And words also should come. All this is scripted stuff, right? There is no genuinity there. So like that, someone who studies scriptures and someone who teaches scriptures without imbibing the teachings of scriptures, without imbibing the principles and the essence of the scriptures, is like a drama artist. Is like a nata. Natasyeva ajitatmanaha. Ajita atmanaha means he failed to conquer his senses, conquer his mind. Atma is also mind. Atma is the self. Atma is soul. Ajitatmanaha. Ajitendriyaha. Means lack of shama, lack of dhamma, lack of self-control, lack of sense control, lack of mind control. So if one actually understands Shastra, one will be able to have that control, right, over the self. But when we just do some parrot-like repetition or drama artist-like repetition of Shastric statements, without at least making an honest attempt to imbibe the principles, we may not be able to become perfect overnight. It's a sadhana process. It takes a lot of time to come to that standard. At least if there is an endeavor in that direction, if there is some desire to develop that mood, then they are in the right track. But here, he is not on the right track, he is in the opposite direction. Right? All the Shastra knowledge is supposed to induce humility in him. Amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantirajyavam. The first aspect of knowledge is amanitvam, humility. And he lacks that humility. Right? Krishna says that there are different aspects of knowledge. First is amanitvam, humility. Adambhitvam, pridelessness. Ahimsa, kshantirajyavam, so many other qualities. But he lacked this quality of simplicity, of humility, of respecting an exalted personality. Now your pace towards the essence of Shastra or the ultimate teachings of Shastra, the pace at which you are moving to imbibe those teachings of Shastra can be slow, but it should be in that direction. But he's going in a totally opposite direction. So Balaramji felt that, the next shloka says in that series, Balaramji felt that such a person who is very learned and very influential, very talented in presentation, but lacks humility, lacks simplicity, lacks respecting other great souls, is not qualified to be a teacher. And I have descended to destroy such people. He just took a blade of grass, right? Because he is not like a blade of grass, because he is not exhibiting this quality of trinadapi sunichena, I use a trina to punish him. If we are not trinadapi sunichena, the Lord can use a trina. Lord can use a simple blade of grass to destroy our pride. Right? He can destroy the pride with a smile also. Nijajana smita. Nijajana, devotees. Sometimes they have smaya, pride. Dhamsana smita. Just by smiling at his devotees, the Lord can destroy the pride. But sometimes the Lord can destroy the pride by using blade of grass also. Smile is not sufficient for him. Blade of grass is required for him. He empowers the blade of grass with the ability to completely annihilate him. It seems a very extreme punishment. But when you have to emphasize on a principle, when you want to emphatically communicate a lesson to common people, you may have to take an extreme step. Therefore, Lord Balaramji punished Adi Guru, punished this Guru, Romaharshana, in this way. You see, his disciples, all the Naimisharanya sages had the etiquette. His son had the etiquette. You see, who is the son of Romaharshana? Sutta Goswami. And Romaharshana has received so many blessings from all the Brahmanas and sages. Blessings of long life, blessings that he will become a great teacher of Shastra, right? And Balramji counted all those blessings also. When we offend great personalities, we will lose all the blessings that we have received also. That's the power of offense to great personalities. Now you see, in the 10th canto, 4th chapter, there is one shloka. Ayuhu shriyam yasho dharmam lokan asisha evacha hanti shreyamsi sarvani pumso mahadatikramaha. Ayuhu, lifespan is reduced. Shriyaha, one's beauty is gone. Yasha, one's fame is destroyed. Dharmam, all one's religiosity or virtues are destroyed. Ayuhu shriyaha yasho dharmam lokan, one's higher destinations. Because of one's past good activities, one may be destined to reach some higher planets, but all those higher destinations are also destroyed. Lokan. Asisha evacha. The 6th element is asisha, blessings that one has received. Ayuhu shriyaha yasho dharmam lokan asisha evacha hanti shreyamsi sarvani pumso mahadatikramaha. All these 6 kinds of blessings or opulences or privileges or 6 aspects of fortune one has received in one's life is completely destroyed by offending great personalities. And all the blessings received by Romaharshan Sutta were destroyed because Adi Guru was not pleased with him. Balaramji was not pleased with him. But his son, and Balramji, you know what he said? I will transfer all these blessings to his son. Because son lives in the form of, father lives in the form of son. That's like a traditional understanding. Just like Draupadi also, he told Pandavas, don't kill Ashwathama. Why? Dronacharya is alive in the form of Ashwathama. He's the son of Dronacharya, right? So he's supposed to take care of his Kripi, of his mother Kripi. So son may continue to live, father may continue to live in the form of son. So that's one understanding. So he inherited all the blessings. But the real principle there is, a proud person, an arrogant person is not qualified or is not eligible to possess all these blessings and privileges. But a humble person is eligible to possess all these blessings. Whether it is long life or position as a teacher, a humble person deserves it, not a proud person. Right? That's the reason why Krishna inaugurated Govardhan Puja and cancelled Indra Puja. Govardhan was not receiving worship from the Vrajavasis till then, officially. All the Vrajavasis love Govardhan. Srimati Radharani loves Govardhan. She praised Govardhan. Hantaya madrirabala haridasa varyo yadrama krishna charanas parasha prabodham manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat pani yasuya vasakandara kandamulai. So Govardhan is rendering so much of service without expecting anything in return, without expecting worship from Vrajavasis. Govardhan is ecstatically serving the Vrajavasis by offering paniya, suyavasa, kandara, kandamulaihi. Govardhan is serving Krishna, Balaram, Gopas and cows, all of them, entire cowherd community. Govardhan is called Govardhan because Govardhan is the nourisher of all the cows who are very dear to Krishna. Did Govardhan ever expect any respect, expect any worship from Brajavasis? I am providing so many things. Why are they not doing puja to me? Govardhan is not expecting that. But Govardhan is ecstatic. Yad Rama Krishna Charanas Parasha Pramodaha. Pramoda. Govardhan is rejoicing the divine touch of the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram. That is his ecstasy. Govardhan is rejoicing this opportunity to serve the cowherd community who are the associates of Krishna and Balaram. That is Govardhan's ecstasy. Therefore Krishna thought, such a humble devotee who is not expecting respect and adoration and worship from us deserves all respect, deserves all worship. And this Indra, who is expecting respect and worship from all the Vrajavasis, who is so proud and puffed up because of his position of the provider of rains and the king of heavens and the king of the Devatas, he doesn't deserve worship. One who expects respect doesn't deserve respect. One who doesn't expect respect deserves all respect. One who expects worship doesn't deserve worship. One who doesn't expect it deserves it. And that's what Krishna does. So Krishna transferred that worship from Indra to Govardhan. When he proposed, let's do Govardhan Puja, the Vrajavasi said, okay, we'll do Govardhan Puja after this Indra Puja. Then Krishna said, I am not proposing an additional festival in the calendar. I am substituting the existing festival. Cancel Indra Puja and do Govardhan Puja. Not Govardhan Puja in addition to Indra Puja. Use all the paraphernalia that you have collected for Indra Puja and use it for Govardhan Puja. It's cancelled. Not this year, forever. Right? Indra Puja is cancelled forever and Govardhan Puja is replacing Indra Puja forever. Similarly, Balramji also, he cancelled all the blessings of Ramaharshana and transferred all the blessings to his son, Suta Goswami, because he is humble. He is also learned. Yani Veda Vidam Sreshto. He is the best of all Veda Vidam. He is the best of all those people who knows Vedas. Yani Veda Vidam Sreshto. What is the previous shloka? I forgot. No, not this. Even before that. Actually, we were recollecting that. So he knows all. Akhyatani, abhitani, adhitani, dharmashastrani yanyuta. How does it begin? Tvaya khalu puranani setihasani chanagha. So Suta Goswami's glories are described there. Tvaya khalu puranani setihasani chanagha. He knows all Puranas. He knows all Itihasas. Tvaya khalu puranani setihasani chanagha. Akhyatani adhitani. He studied all the scriptures and he has the experience of teaching them also. Adhitani means studying. Akhyata means speaking. He has the experience of teaching scriptures and studying scriptures. Dharmashastrani anyuta. He knows Dharmashastras also. Itihasas, Puranas, Dharmashastras, Suta Goswami knows. And Itihasas, Puranas, Dharmashastras, his father Romaharshan also knows. Right? Romaharshan also knew Itihasas, Puranas, Shastras. That's what Rishir Bhagavato Bhutva, he studied all the Vedas and Puranas. So the knowledge is same, but the mood is different. Awareness is same, etiquette is different. Both know Puranas, Itihasas and Dharmashastras. But he is humble and he is proud. He is Vratha Pandita Maninaha. He is considering himself as a Pandit. Avinitasya, Adantasya, Avinitasya. Adanta means no self-control. Avinitasya, no humility. Vratha Pandita Maninaha is considering himself as a great Pandit and scholar, philosopher. This is the mood of Ramaharshan Sutta. And Natasyeva Jitatmanaha. He is repeating the Shastric statements like a drama artist, movie artist. And Ajitatmanaha, he has no self-control. In contrast to these negative characteristics of Ramaharshana, there is Suta Goswami. What are his qualities? Saumya and Snigdha. Ved tattvam saumya tatsarvam tattvatas tadonugrahat bhruyuhu snigdhasya sishyasya guravo guhyamapyuta. Ved tattvam, you know everything. Tat sarvam, everything you know. Ved tattvam saumya tatsarvam tattvataha, you know in truth. Not that you have some flaws in your understanding. Tattvataha, you perfectly know everything. Tad anugrahat, because of the anugraha of your gurus. Tattvataha tad anugrahat bhruyuhu snigdhasya sishyasya. He is not Avinita Sishya. He is not Adanta Sishya. He is Snigdha Sishya. He is very affectionate and respectful towards his gurus. Although some sections of the Shastras are very confidential, Guravo Guhyam Apyuta. They have revealed all the confidential secrets of the Shastras to you because of your two qualities. You are Snigdha and Saumya. You are very gentle and pure in your character, and you are also very affectionate and respectful in your demeanor towards your gurus. You see? This is the nature of Suta Goswami. So that humble attitude made him a recipient of Balramji's blessings, Adiguru's blessings, and this proud and arrogant attitude made Romaharshan Sutta deprived of Balramji's blessings, and in fact made him an object of the Lord's wrath. So this is an important lesson taught by Balaramji. Let us try to recollect this important principle and lesson taught by Balramji on Balram Jayanti, apart from many other lessons that we have already discussed. He is Adiguru, and what pleases the Supreme Spiritual Master is the mood of humility, the mood of pridelessness, the mood of respecting elderly people or anybody, everybody, respecting everyone. And another thing is Bhakta Abhimana, always being in the conception or in the emotion of being a servant. Balaramji, although he is qualified, although he is glorious, although he is potent like Krishna, he never wanted to supersede Krishna or outsmart Krishna or say, why are you killing all the demons? Let me kill some demons. He did not say that. Whatever Krishna wants him to do, he will do it. He is always accompanying Krishna as a humble, menial servant of Krishna, despite being superior of Krishna. So this is one personality trait of Sri Balaramji. So let us try to imbibe the spirit of being a devotee and servant of Krishna, and imbibe the spirit of humility. Therefore, the Supreme Lord Balaram and Supreme Guru Balaram are pleased with us. Both are same. Thank you very much. Shri Balram Jayanti Maha Mahotsav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.